I've got your answers.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get all the devices ready before we power up the control panel and keypad. So we're going to start out by taking out one of these wireless transmitters. Now this transmitter will come with some double back tape for you to go ahead and install those if you don't want to use the screws. This portion here, the bigger portion, is for the transmitter. Smaller portion here will be for the magnet. So each transmitter will have a set of that, and then of course mounting screws should you design to go that route. So we have two of these here. Go ahead and take those out. And we're not going to use the tape, of course, but and then we have our motion detector. So we're going to go ahead and unbag this one. Get that laid out. Okay, so we have a key fob. I'm just going to open this up here. There's a little manual in there. We don't really need that for right now. The key fob, you're going to notice, is installed upside down. So what you can do is just pop this thing out and then flip it over. Couple of things here with your key fob. You have the bracket that it sits in, and you have a belt clip that will actually just slide right into the back of this, and then just push it all the way in and it'll lock it into place. We're not going to do that today, but you also have another rubber pad. This is interchangeable, so you can take these out and put numbers in 1, 2, 3, 4. With this system, you won't really need to do that. You can use these 4 buttons here. This will be your arming and your disarming from outside the house, but it is an option should you use it. You probably use something like that more for the other power series control panels that allow you to control like different programmable outputs and things like that. Alright, so on the motion detector, we're just going to slide the back plate off. On the bottom, you're going to notice where the screw goes on the bottom. Just slide it back and open the cover off. And then what we can do is open up this battery compartment here, and out comes the battery. So we'll install the battery. There's a little notation here. It tells you which side is positive, which side is negative. So we'll just follow the directions with that and slide that in. Reinstall the battery cover and reinstall the back plate. Okay. On the transmitters, they have a little removable battery tab. So we're going to go ahead and take these out. Just when you pull, just don't yank. Just grab them firmly and just slowly pull them out. A lot of times what happens is if you pull it out too fast, a little piece will break off inside there, and then you'll have to take it all apart to pull the remnants of that battery tab out. So we're going to do that on this one here and that one, and we'll set that out there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll get the magnets out for these devices. Just cut the plastic case open, and for this demonstration we're not going to take all the hardware out, we'll just borrow the magnets. Okay, now you're going to notice that on the side of these transmitters there's a little arrow on the side of each one of them. This is where the magnet's going to need to line up. So what we'll do is we'll just take one magnet, put it on this one, and one magnet on this one. Okay, so now we're ready to plug this thing in and start programming on it. So for this, I've actually taken apart the keypad. I've taken the door off it to make it easy for me to get to it while we're working with this. So we're going to go ahead and plug this panel in. Now when you plug this thing in, you're going to want to wait for it to beep, because you need to enroll this keypad first thing. So when you hear this panel beep, that's about the time you're going to want to hold down the 1 and the star button on this keypad at the same time. As soon as you do that, it'll come up and say wireless keypad successful enrollment. Alright, so it tells you here the system is ready to arm, and it's ready to arm because nothing's been programmed into it. So we've got our battery connected, we've got our system plugged in, we've got our keypad enrolled, and now we can just program the devices into it.